Hello, people of the world. It's Charles Finch again. Miss me? I bet you did. So, as you all know, it's nearly Christmas, and I got my Christmas tree decorated already, and hope it's going to be awesome. And then I hear that Peter Capaldi is leaving Doctor Who. Well, it'll be next 2 weeks' time before I can see the regeneration. I've seen the trailer of the 12th Doctor regenerating, and I wonder what she's gonna say next to check if if she's different. All right, villain number 38. He's a big bully, and he's trying to make money off of a dog juggler named Tiny. This is Mr. Arnold Hugh. So, this guy is from Aardman Animation, and I gotta say, I don't like anything about him. His glasses, his hair, his face, his eyebrows. He is kind of the worst villain I've heard. So, let's get into this. So the type of villain he is a sadistic abuser, and his goals is to make money off of Tiny's dogs, well, formerly, and murder Tiny and a woman named Daphne, his fiancée. Failed. Right. Mr. Arnold Hugh is the sole antagonist in the classic Aardman animated feature film, or short, Stage Fright. He is an abusive actor, theatre runner, the boyfriend of Daphne, and Tiny's master. Mr. Hugh has had Tiny be living with him for many years as part of a deal for the latter to perform his dog acts, earning Tiny the nickname Dogman. He forces Daphne to promise not to reveal to the public what he had been doing to Tiny or to Tiny himself. So, that he stole one of his dogs whilst the two are successful theatre, soon to be movie actors, get sick of all of his abuse, Tiny orders the dogs to tear apart Arnold's hat. Arnold walks into the room whilst this is happening, causing Tiny to fall backwards in fear, tripping over a paint bucket and getting caught by a loose beam. The two discuss Tiny's betrayal, to which the latter tells Arnold he drove him to it. This prompts Hugh to tell him he's been looking after him for all these years. Daphne appears and knocks Hugh over with a sandbag. It was funny when she pushes the sandbag and he just went, "Oh!" But anyway, infuriating Hugh over Daphne, breaking her promise to not tell Tiny about his abuse on him, Mr. Hugh strangles her. Ooh. The dogs then gang up on Mr. Hugh, annoying the latter and causing him to repeat the same thing again. Mr. Hugh attempts to attack Tiny's dogs and Daphne with a key, but he was killed when the falling film screen knocks him on the head. After Tiny's death fake out, a ghostly musician rises from the pit with Tiny and beckons Mr. Hugh's body. Mr. Hugh's ghost rises from his corpse and walks over to the organ. That scene that I saw, when he rises up from his corpse, when he got knocked out by a film screen, when it fell on him and killed him, he rises up in his ghostly form, which was very creepy because he looks like something out of a film. I mean, he's a ghostly film actor. So, the ghostly magician says when Hugh was standing next to him, he said, "Going down." Then he and Mr. Hugh's ghost and the organ descend into hell via the pit, with Mr. Hugh silently shrieking in fear as he descends. This guy, he's been telling Tiny, nicknamed Dogman, not to tell anybody what he was doing with him and what Tiny was doing to himself. And, well, Mr. Hugh's girlfriend, Daphne, already knows. If she tells anybody, he'll kill her. God. I hate people being abusive all the time, don't you? That what makes them evil. And that what makes them useless and brain dead. That's it. And this is one of his catchphrases when he was about to finish them off. He said, "Now I'll show ya, all of ya."